Daily there is an intercourse that happens on the bed of my paper, between my pen, me and my mind. I am terrible at drawing and mathematics, but in split seconds, my mind draws alphabets and becomes a mathematician by applying perfectly the formula of Bodmer's on my alphabetical calculations. But why do I write? Is it because my heart is broken? Or because I daily murder my pen and blood fill my ink pen and on papers I want to bleed? Is it because the highs and lows of the words I say rhyme and the punctuation marks are always on time? Is it an avenue to pierce you without holes with words and slit your imaginations without swords? Is it because the eloquence of my words convince you that I'm a noble knight, knowing the boundaries of evil and right? So I never follow the multitude on the left, but stick to the way that says right? Why do I write? Is it to advertise on your ice cream the depth of my insignificant yet high religious, political and educational degrees? Maybe my words are seasoned with salt and I want you to taste my words with your mind while you spoon feed it through your eyes. Maybe I want to make a statement example of the new word I found yesterday in the dictionary today. Maybe I want to express the emotions within that I cannot lay my hands on simply because they play hide and seek on the blood field of my heart. Maybe I want to remind myself of the alphabet that constantly put a distance between you and I, while I pose of distance close to us. Why do I write? Maybe to stamp myself with the signature as an author that have no creation except for my words I know not of its origin. Or to join the bandwagon of wordsmiths that daily get born by the fiery flames of words that cannot be tamed, seeking for refuge in pen and paper. Do I write because my youth is eager and I fear for old age? But this one thing I know, I write that humanity might find real hope that goes up the life road and doesn't slope. I write for one who has misplaced their faith and fear and doubt is all they have left. I write for those who constantly miss the right track of life and think it's on the left. I write for the broken-hearted, that my words stitch up the pieces left and bring some peace. I write that your strength doesn't fail and it shouldn't be void of strains. I write that women see themselves beyond curves, breasts and hips, but an embodiment of love heaps, holding on to the values they love down to the cause. I do not write to entice you with motivational words, but to pull you up to the Creator's mirror, that you might see yourself the way He sees you. I write for wisdom that is beyond the wise, for knowledge that is beyond intellectuals, for understanding that sometimes gets misunderstood. I write for the woman that carries generations in her womb, who easily forget that they weren't created for competition with the man, but to simply function as structured. Why do I still write? I write for those without hands, whose words of their heart are hidden in the locked rooms of their mind. I write for the blind that they might see the beauty of words with their inner eyes as they hear. I write for the deaf that they might hear that words are the sounds of the earth. I write for the dumb as I become their mouthpiece. I write for the lame that my words give their legs expressions unseen, that it may map out the pathways of life. I write that many would value the human race beyond skin color. I write because it's a gift, and this gift should give many lives and inner lifts before the facial lift that never comes with the makeup. I write that love would never go off, would never cease, would never freeze, wouldn't get squeezed, would not be missed, would not be about kisses and body please, tease. I write for love, I write for you. These are the reasons I write, for Christ's sake.
This has been a Mixsie Studios production.